gain so much peace and fall in love with it. My family just does not want to hear it. They got tired of hearing about it. These spring tomatoes, that's a win. That's a win. Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel's Peaceful Garden. I'm a beginner gardener in Gardening Zone 8B, and today I wanted to take some time, slow it down, and reintroduce myself, and also do a garden review for spring and summer. So let's get started. I started gardening in March of 2025. At the beginning of the year, was feeling very lost and I was not in a good space mentally. And my husband said, maybe you should learn a new skill. Maybe you should try to learn something new. I was just not in a good headspace. We were also talking about food security and how important that was. We didn't feel as prepared as we wanted to be. And so with that, we started thinking about it and talking about it. And I felt that the Lord was strongly leading me to learning to grow. And I had never gardened before. It wasn't something I had done before. It wasn't something I was coming back to. I just felt very led, just powerfully led to get out and start growing. So we bought my first raised bed on Amazon. I came out. I was so excited. No experience, no real research. I just started throwing some crops into that raised bed, and they all died very, very, very quickly. So I replanted. I started watching YouTube, and I just fell in love with gardening. So that's what really brings me here in August of 2026. So it's been over a year and a few months. I've gone through a whole year of gardening. I've learned so much. And today I wanted to go ahead and do my first spring summer review with you guys. Just go over what went well, what didn't go well. There's a quote, Nelson Mandela. It says, I never lose. I either win or I learn. So that is how I'm looking at the garden. I win or I learn, because you learn so much even from mistakes that you make, or from winning, from doing it well, from doing it right. You know what to do next time. You make notes. It's a journey. It is a journey. Gardening is a journey. So I'm glad you're here with me today, and I'm glad you're along on the journey with me. What I didn't know was, when I got out here and really got into it, that I was going to fall in love with it, that I was going to gain so much peace and become passionate about it, and become so passionate about it that I wanted to talk about it all the time. My family just does not want to hear it. They got tired of hearing about it. So I needed to find somebody to talk about it. And I watched so much YouTube. I was like, hey, I can give back to that community. I can talk about gardening as much as I want to. I'll kill two birds with one stone, basically. I'm gaining my peace. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm learning two new things. I'm learning how to YouTube. I'm learning how to garden. I'm gaining my peace back, gaining my strength. Oh my goodness, my strength and my health. Guys, I just looked at it the other day. I have lost over 80 pounds now. I have lost over 80 pounds. And I'm not saying that I did it just by gardening. I started my weight loss journey in June of 2024. So since that time, and now it is August of 2026, I've lost over 80 pounds. And I feel great. I can move better. I feel energized. I feel a lot younger than I was feeling. And I'm getting up there. I'm not old, but I'm definitely on that first old. And learning to garden when you're in your 50s is not an easy thing. I'm putting these beds together by myself. I am picking up these bags though. I am picking up cinder blocks. I am moving. So my husband was like, girl, You are doing the most. And I am. I'm doing a lot. Y'all, this gardening thing has become a lifestyle to me. And I don't see where I can even think about not gardening. This is something that I do. I was flying back to a comment where I was saying that I want to learn to grow 365 days a year. And she was saying, I think I need that winter break. And I was like, break? This is my life. Like, I know a lot of people say they need that winter break, but again, I have a long growing season here as it is. I can grow probably 10 months out of the year. January, February is just too cold, but January and February, I need to be starting my spring crops on the inside. So it's basically 365 days a year because I'm either outside and overwintering stuff. Actually, in January and February, I'm overwintering things. And on the inside, I'm starting new crops. So it is 365 days here in Texas. And it does get hot. Yes. And it gets super hot. But I don't stay outside all day long either. I come out, I do what I need to do, and I feel better. I feel good putting my hands in the soil and being out in the mornings. It's just beautiful, guys. If you don't have a garden, I would start one. If I were you and you are interested in gardening, just go ahead and do it. Drop a seed. Look, March of 2020, I started with one bed, and now the garden has grown to what it is now. You can go back and see my last garden tour. This has expanded, and I am expanding more. Sorry, guys, the audio cut out for a couple of seconds, but it'll come right back. I am building beds right now and redesigning the left side of the garden. So it happens, and it does happen fast. I don't know if I had to do it all over again, if I would do it this quickly. And this does start the review right here. I don't think I would do it as quickly as I did, as fast as I did. I think I would have taken the time to learn a few crops and do them well and learn how my sun is in my yard. Well, and I think to an extent I did because I started with grow bags, and my expansion is going to be changing over to more raised beds and more permanent infrastructure in my garden because now I know how my sun works. But I think I probably could have started out a little bit slower and not done as much. Did I enjoy every minute of it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I probably wasted seeds and wasted a little bit of money because I was just throwing stuff out there and not knowing that, okay, this is a summer crop and this is the winter time. I was doing the most. I was planting lettuce in the dead of summer. I made some mistakes. And so we're going to talk about those. The first crop that we're going to talk about is carrots. So spring carrots did well. They were a good size. They tasted great. I started them in the fall, they overwintered, and I pulled them in the spring. That crop did very well, and that's what I'm going to do again this year. I got a good size, they tasted great, and I had no problems with that carrot crop. So the ones I planted, though, in early spring that I pulled out that should have been ready in the summer, they burnt up, y'all. They either just died completely, or they weren't a good size. They just don't like the heat. And I probably should have moved them under the shade cloth, but I didn't. And they just got full blast of sun, and just a complete waste. They were not great. The next crop is tomatoes. Y'all, on my tomatoes, last year, I just complete fail. So I'm saying that these spring tomatoes, that's a win. That's a win. They were small, yes, but they were tomatoes, and we made tomato sauce, and I ate them fresh, and they were good. So I'm gonna call it a win. Yes, there are things we can work on. I want to improve. I want to plant more next year so we can have more of a crop. I am actually planting more this fall, but I'm calling tomatoes a win. Peppers, I feel like I still have a little bit of a season left on peppers. I've learned some things about the peppers that I probably want to try. I probably will do some topping next year and some not, because I'm on the fence about that. I didn't top any of my peppers this year to make them bush out anymore. I may do that next year. We'll see. I haven't gotten peppers that are a really good size on my bell peppers, but we've gotten harvest. So I'm gonna call it a win. Jalapenos, prolific. All of the jalapenos are doing amazing. Paprika, prolific and doing amazing. Jalapenos and paprika, they are a yes and a yes. Do I need as many jalapenos? Probably not. Probably not. We'll probably cut back on the amount that I have in the garden next year, but definitely we'll have some. The paprika, maybe we'll do more because that spice that I'm creating with that, we can use that. That is definitely something that is useful in the kitchen, and my husband really likes that spice. The bell peppers, like I said, they are not the size that I want, but it may be that I need to fertilize a little bit more, and I'm going to start fertilizing once a week on that, and probably do more bloom, which is the 0-10-10, so that we can get the fruit a little bit bigger. And that's my hope. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna see. The other thing next year that I will not do, I will not plant a miscellaneous pack of seeds. I can tell you that. Because I want to know what the plant is. I want to know if it's a California wonder or a purple bell pepper or shishito or whatever it is. I want to know what it is, because if I want to grow it again, I need to know what it is so I can invest in some more seeds. Or if I don't want to grow it again, I want to know to stay away from those seeds. So peppers overall are a win. Onions. We planted onions lots of different ways. I planted bunching onions. I planted bulbing onions from sets. I planted them from seeds. I planted from starts. And I will tell you that the ones that I planted as sets, I probably won't do that again. I can't say that it was the sets that was the issue, but it was enough of a flop that I can just grow them from seed or from starts. And I know that I can have a good harvest. And I don't have enough room to really play around with that amount of space for that amount of time. Onions grow for a long time. So this year I'm going to, in October, plant my onions that I grow from seed out, and I'll overwinter those. And then early in 2027, I will grab some starts early, not late this time. Last time I bought some starts. I did. I bought them, I believe, in February. I didn't plant them out until late March, and they didn't have time. They just did not have time before it got too hot for them. So I'll probably get them as soon as I can, order them maybe online, and plant them early February, so that or late January, depending on how the weather is looking. I'll watch it and I'll plant them out when I think that they can survive the colder weather, and we can get a later harvest on that onion crop. So onions, I'm going to say, are a draw because definitely failed on the sets. Definitely. And not even a complete fail, y'all, because I did harvest all the tops and we got lots of onion powder from those. So that part was a win. But the actual bulb of that crop, complete fail. So overall, I'm going to say, if we're doing win, draw, or learn, that onion crop was a draw. So brassicas, we're talking cabbage, collards, and mustards. They were all a win. We really enjoyed the cabbage and collards and mustards. However, the cabbage that I planted in the fall and overwintered, it never headed up. So I'm going to say that one was a draw, because we still used it and ate it as greens, and it was good. The cabbage that I planted for spring, we did get heads. We got 3 heads off of those. I was super excited about that. So that cabbage crop was a win, and loved it. Mustards did amazing, and so did the collards. I haven't had any issues with those. So brassicas are a win. I'm going to separate out broccoli because broccoli, it's almost too hot in the early fall to put them out, and then it's too cold for them, and then in the spring it's the same thing. So I don't know in my climate if I'm gonna be able to get big heads of broccoli. I don't know. I did get small little tiny side shoots and small little heads, because I was pulling them before they bolted. But y'all, I gotta figure out the right time for that broccoli. Broccoli is definitely a win, lose, learn. Broccoli is learn. Cause I don't know what the right time it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. And peas fall in that same category. When is the right time here? Cause it goes from freezing to hot. And then if you start them in the fall, it goes from hot to freezing so fast that peas just don't have time. The broccoli doesn't have time. So both of those are going to be a learn. Rutabagas, beets, and radishes. Y'all, I'm just not good with the root crops. The root crops are a learn, definitely for me. I have not figured them out. They come out looking weird. Just weird. The only thing that did halfway well, I will say, was the carrots. The rutabagas, we pulled those out. They were in there so long. They were bitter. They did not taste great, y'all. Those rutabagas, they didn't taste good. They didn't taste good. So that was a learn. That was definitely a learning situation. I want to grow them again. I do, but y'all. And I'm sorry if y'all can hear my air condition, but again, like I said, it's hot here and I got people in the house. I can't turn it off, but hopefully y'all can't hear it. It's not disturbing y'all. Bush beans. Y'all, I don't know what happened to my bush beans, but I don't know if they were getting too much sun in the early spring and then they don't want to germinate right now. I really want green beans, but they were learned. They're in the learn category for sure. Bush beans. If you know, let me know what I was doing wrong. If you saw it and you just didn't say anything because you thought I'd be offended, honey, no. Please help me. Please help me. Put it in the comments. What was I doing wrong all season long that these bush beans just did not grow? I got a few. I got very few. I'm looking at people harvesting baskets full and I'm like, why won't these plants? And I planted a lot. I did. I planted like 4 grow bags of bush beans because I wanted lots of bush beans. I went all in, y'all. I didn't even get one small plastic bag of beans. Look, I ain't holding nothing back. I'm telling y'all the good, the bad, the ugly. It wasn't pretty. So bush beans definitely in the learn category. Herbs. All right, herbs. We did great with herbs. Spring, summer garden. Herbs were amazing. We actually had good success with oregano, basil. Basil is amazing. The sage did amazing. And all three of those I would put in the win category. The only one that is probably struggling a little bit, it's not dead, but it's definitely struggling, is my rosemary. I did a video where I toured a subscriber's garden and I saw where she planted it in the ground. I may go ahead and plant it in the ground, just see how it does. She said it likes to be ignored. It doesn't like to be watered. So maybe I'll plant it by itself in the ground somewhere and see how it does. Because it definitely does not like the little pot that I have it in. It did okay where I had it in the sun, but right now it's definitely struggling. So overall, herbs in the win category. My flowers, you guys, I feel like any bloom is a win because I don't know anything about flowers, and I really have them mostly for the pollinators. And of course, the beauty is a side product of that. But if I could plant food everywhere, I would. I probably would. I've learned that I do love the beauty that they bring to the garden. So vincas, amazing. Zinnias have done amazing. I was surprised that I actually did like the snapdragons in the spring. So I will bring those back next spring. Nasturtiums, love them. They all did well. And we'll be adding more, playing around with more flowers later on. Right now I have coleus that I'm growing, and I'm hoping it'll give us some nice blooms before the fall. And we're definitely excited about the Texas Star hibiscus that I have growing right now. And hopefully those will do well and we'll get some blooms before the first frost. So flowers in the win category. Okra, even though it didn't get big, we've gotten harvests a few every day. And that is definitely a win. It's enough for us to cook with. We're not going to have enough to store, but for fresh eating, for the way that we eat okra, we definitely have had enough to keep us going. I have some in the freezer right now. If my husband wanted to cook his gumbo or do whatever he wants to do, fry it, we have enough okra. So I'm going to say okra is a win. Lettuce, spinach, pak choi, baby choi, all of those go in the win column. We had a really, really good season with all the loose leaf lettuces and bok choy, pak choy, and even spinach. We got a really, really good harvest on the ones that I grew earlier in the spring. And right now, okay, for the Nigerian spinach, because that Nigerian spinach, oh my goodness, it has amazed me. And when I tell you it's going to be something that we have from now on, you don't have to worry about it. It tastes so good. I don't even really eat spinach like that. I didn't think I liked spinach like that. This spinach is good. Nigerian spinach, y'all. Get you some. Potatoes, y'all. We definitely had a phenomenal potato harvest. And I'm not mad at it. Look, some of them were little, some of them were big, and some of them were tiny. All of them have tasted good, and we've eaten them. And that is something that if we have to eat out of this garden, that we need to know how to grow. Okay. So root crops, definitely something that can sustain us and I need to do better with. And potatoes, that definitely is something that I'm not going to say I mastered it, but I have progressed, because white potatoes, y'all, I did not do well at all in 2025 when I was trying my first little baby steps into garden. I started with potatoes way out of season and they didn't do well. They did not do well at all. So I am going to say I have progressed enough to put the potatoes in the win column. Cucumbers were amazing. I had Bait Alpha, Straight 8, and I'm growing Supremos during my fall crop, my succession planting. The Bait Alpha and the Straight 8s did amazing so far, and we've gotten great harvests off of them. I got some really nice sized cucumbers, and they were burpless, so they weren't bitter, y'all. My first year, almost all I'm calling my first year 2025. So 2025, most of what I harvested was bitter as far as cucumbers. So I'm going to say that I did enough research to learn to grow cucumbers pretty well. I think I did very, very well with cucumbers. So they go in the win column. And that brings us to watermelon. That is the last crop and the best crop. Y'all, we have had such a good watermelon year. Every single watermelon that I have pulled has been sweet and delicious. And I love it because we eat watermelon, and normally I would be buying watermelon cuts from the store every other day and bringing it home, but I haven't had to do that. So we save money on watermelon this year. I love it. I absolutely love that we have had so much success with watermelon. So watermelon goes in the win column. That was the last crop, you guys. I hope you enjoyed helping me review my spring summer garden. I appreciate each and every one of you and all the ways you support the channel. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you can be notified when I put out new videos. And as always, until I see you next time, may the good Lord take a liking to you.